York is perhaps one of my favourite places, and today I'm showing my American guests around the city. We start the day off by visiting the National Railway Museum. Located just behind the actual York train station, this is a free museum and it is definitely worth visiting. This is the Station Hall. It's a reproduction of a working train station, complete with platforms, signage, locomotives, and it's home to Queen Victoria's royal carriage. We make our way to the Great Hall, which is home of the famous Mallard train, Japanese bullet train, alongside many trains and locomotives from around the world. We wanted to show you the train observation deck that overlooks York's working railway station. However, it was closed for renovations, so we'll show you the Archive Museum instead. I wanted to take the Americans on the miniature railway, however the next ride was nearly an hour away, so I thought I would just film the area and hopefully you'll get a general idea of what it would be like to ride it. This is Stephenson's rocket. Built in 1829, it served as the design principle for locomotives for almost 150 years. Next on the agenda is York City walls. Still intact, York's historic city defences still remain today. You can even walk on them, walking around pretty much the entirety of the city centre. We strategically use them because it's the weekend and we cut out the crowds in the centre of the town. As we cross Skeldergate Bridge, we're feeling a little bit peckish, so we decide to head into this place. It looks like an old guard tower that's been converted into a bistro pub. The prices are a little bit steep considering, but we have a couple of rounds and a side of chips. Then, as if on cue, my dad calls from a concert in Sweden, as he always does for some reason. Feeling in a giddy mood, I tossed him some pennies to get everyone around in from me. We then head to Cliffords Tower, the keep of York Castle. Its origins date back to 1068. Built in 1245 during the reign of King Henry III, Cliffords Tower is a magnificent large stone tower overlooking the spectacular city of York. Once part of York Castle, this 1,000-year-old four-lobbied monument was used to house gold, a mint, a law courts, and seat of royal power. Here is an image depicting how Cliffords Tower and the city defences looked back in the 1500s. As you can see, not much has really changed. You can even see where we walked along the castle walls to get here. The bridge that we walked across doesn't look like it's built yet, but the pub we went to is still there, and I think I was right, some sort of old guard tower. Just past Cliffords Tower, you'll find York Tower Museum. Tower Museum is on the site of the old York Castle, which was originally built by William the Conqueror in 1068. The museum itself was founded by John L. Kirk in 1938. In it contained the old prison buildings which were built on the site of the castle in the 18th century. Entry costs £13.50, but this gives you access to the museum for 12 months, so if you just retain your ticket you can come back anytime you want. This guy has a canny resemblance to Channing Tatum. And then this other guy looks like Fat Bastard from the Austin Powers films. The museum has a full reconstruction of Victorian High Street, complete with the police station, school, stables, bars, and even shops you can actually buy things in. Hidden in the walls, and it is easy to miss next to the police station, is the padded cells, which look a bit creepy, especially when you imagine people would have been locked up here for weeks and weeks and weeks on end. Around the Castle Museum you'll find many of these mechanical machines. We splashed the cash and tried them out. The f***'s that thing?
A 6-year-old made it.
Oh, hello.
Stroking it.
Oh, there's stuff right there.
What the? What you doing? This is my house.
The English section.
Get that. Yep, put that baby back in the fire.
Order. Order. Judge Leach presiding.
Officer's probably supposed to move.
Silence in court.
This is the original site of the Castle Prison, and the cells are still in their original condition. Prisoners' stories are projected onto the walls in different cells, and they're both moving and spooky at the same time. This particular cell is very eerie. There's no projections, there's just audio playing of people suffocating. And as it turns out, on the plaque outside, 14 people here died from lack of oxygen for being crammed into such a small cell. Las Iguanas is a Vodka Adventures favourite. I absolutely love this place. It serves great food, very tasty and very colourful, and it always makes for great visual footage. So we decided to go out, and because we were a bit tired, we decided to go to the closest place to our Airbnb, which was Pop World. It was a bit sticky and sweaty, and towards the end of the night it smelled like that lukewarm, steamy sick that you don't really want around you when you're trying to have a good time. There are many nicer places out in York if you're just a bit more, well, not more, less lazy than we were. Join us tomorrow for our second day of York, where we're probably very hungover, but we plan to do some equally interesting things. Anyway, take care and I'll see you tomorrow.